Good evening and welcome to Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. I'm Madhav Gopalakrishnan. A remark from a Foreign Affairs Ministry official over the passport has triggered a political firestorm. While the External Affairs Ministry stated that an Indian passport by itself cannot be treated as conclusive proof of citizenship, according to MEA, the passport is a travel document issued after due diligence, but it does not determine the citizenship status. Before we get to the political war of words, let's first try and understand what the Passports Act 1967 says about governing passports in India. According to the Act, a passport is an official travel document issued by the Government of India for Indian citizens, and it's generally required for international travel. Under the law, the government has the authority to issue, refuse, impound, revoke or modify passports as per legal provisions. Passport holders are required to comply with all conditions under which the passport has been issued. Importantly, a passport remains the property of the Government of India and must be surrendered when lawfully required. Section 20 of the 1967 Act says that the government may issue a passport or travel document to a non-citizen in exceptional circumstances or in public interest. Public passport authority in such a situation can refuse issuance of passport or the travel document if the applicant is not a citizen of India. Now, this provision is what is causing a hullabaloo around MEA's statement. Even the Bombay High Court in 2013 had made an observation that passport alone is no proof of citizenship. The key word here being alone. At the heart of this particular debate surrounding the passport lies a more fundamental question. How does India determine who is an Indian citizen? Under Indian law, citizenship can be acquired through several different routes. Each are governed by specific legal provisions. These routes include citizenship by birth, by descent, by registration, by naturalization, and by incorporation of territory. This is, of course, as per the law. Let's also take a look at how Indian citizenship by birth is determined under the law. Those born between 26 January 1950 to 1st July 1987 get their citizenship by birth. For those born after 1st July 1987, at least one parent has to be an Indian citizen. For those born after 3rd December 2004, the law has become stricter, requiring both parents to be Indian citizens, or one parent has to be an Indian citizen while the other parent must not be an illegal immigrant to India. Now, the MEA's remarks on passport have triggered this political row. Opposition parties are now questioning the government's position. Samajwadi Party has questioned the statement, arguing that passports are amongst the most trusted identity documents issued by the government. Shiv Sena UBT has also attacked the centre over creating confusion, while MIM has said that in coming years, BJP membership will become the ultimate proof of citizenship. Now, while the centre has said that it's only quoting the 1967 Passport Act. Listen in.
जिस राह पर देश जा रहा है, अब ऐसा लगता है कि आने वाले दिनों में बीजेपी का मेंबरशिप का कार्ड सिटीजनशिप का हो जाएगा.
These developments are also concerning. It raises concerns because passport normally we consider as a proof of citizenship. Now, whether all these are going again to the CAA, NRC.
इन्होंने आधार को मना कर दिया. ये मतदाता सूची को भी नहीं मानते हैं. ये पासपोर्ट को भी नहीं मानते हैं. तो आखिर गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया को एक ऐसा यूनिक आईडी बनानी पड़ेगी जो भारत का नागरिक बाहर जाए तो उसे ये साबित होगी ये भारत का नागरिक है.
देखिए, सिटीजनशिप के बारे में जिस तरह की बात की जाती है, ये तो करीब 60 के दशक में तभी ये रूल कांग्रेस की तरफ से ही कहा गया था. ट्रैवल डॉक्यूमेंट ही है, पासपोर्ट और क्या है. अगर मान लीजिए पासपोर्ट तो कई लोगों को सरकार देती है, तो वो सिटीजन ही होंगे, ऐसा नहीं है.
हाँ, वो तो एक स्टेटस का मामला है. तो MEA की तरफ से जो बताया गया है वो एक प्रक्रिया को बताया. पासपोर्ट तो होना चाहिए, लेकिन पासपोर्ट अकेले से आपका जो नागरिकता है वो नहीं बताता है. उसके लिए और बियॉन्ड जो रिक्वायरमेंट है उसके बारे में बताया.
Let's take this across to our guests now. Joining us, we have Jasmeen Sandhawalia, spokesperson of the BJP, Advocate Suziben Shah, spokesperson of Shiv Sena. We have Ashwini Kumar Mishra, leader of the Congress. Also with us at this point of time is Nivan Sharma, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. Nivan Sharma, what is the opposition really? Because the government is saying that we are only stating what is the law. This is as per the 67 law, which has also been upheld in the Bombay High Court in the judgment of 2013. So where is the question of any confusion?
Mother, what is BJP trying to do since 2012, 2014 is they're just trying to confuse the nation. They have not done anything. They have not done any constructive work. They have not brought any constructive changes in the country. What they're doing is they're just confusing on everything. They are saying that passport is not a valid document of citizenship. If you believe them, you tell me with a passport you can open a bank account in India. With a passport you can do KYC at any place in India. With a passport you can obtain a SIM card in India. With a passport you can open a demat account. You can do trading. You can take a MSME certificate with a passport. You can do a land registry with a passport. You can stay in any 5-star hotel with a passport. You can travel to any country with a passport. And they are saying you can do everything, but you are not a citizen of India. What a mockery this is. What are they trying to do?
Nivan, the problem is this. The problem is this, that as per the very Passport Act, I don't know if you've read the Act, but the Act has a section 20 which allows for, in some circumstances, even non-Indians to be issued a passport. How can it then be a proof of citizenship?
But that passport mentions that it is issued on this kind of a circumstance.
So passport itself cannot be a proof of citizenship then.
No, I'm saying
the Bombay High Court is also wrong, in 2013 said that passport alone cannot be proof of citizenship.
I am saying with just looking at the passport, any official at the immigration can tell you what kind of a passport is it. Is it a diplomatic passport? Is it a ECR, non-ECR passport? What is it? What are they saying? They are saying that passport is not a proof of citizenship. Passport only. If a person has a passport, he can have any kind of land in India, business in India.
All that can be done, but the legal position is such, and there are many countries where it is not proof of citizenship. There are some which it is, some where it's not. But let me bring in others into this. Jasmine Sandhawalia, your response to Nivan Sharma saying that BJP is confusing everybody by bringing out these kind of contradictory stands. He's saying that why should passport not be a proof of citizenship? The larger question is, what is proof of citizenship then in India?
Well, I would like to begin my argument by saying that BJP was not in power when the Bombay High Court said that passport is just a travel document. And the MEA has just deciphered the technicality that it is not a passport alone, is not detrimental to prove that you are a citizen of India. It is a travel document. And the High Court, the esteemed High Court, had come up with this judgment in 2013. So BJP was not in power at that time. So don't keep accusing us just because you're in opposition. And on the other hand, hypothetically, if somebody, we all know that illegal immigrants from Bangladesh have made their passports here. We've had many other non-Indian illegal immigrants coming and getting their passports made here. And there is nothing wrong in saying that, after all, a passport is just a document to travel which is issued by the government of India. So what is the confusion? There is no confusion. The confusion is in the opposition's mind, only to run down the esteemed High Courts and the Supreme Court and the present government. So there is really no confusion. And the government, the MEA has just said that a passport is not a fundamental and a foundational precursor to say that you are a citizen of India.
But Jasmine Sandhawalia, let me know. All that is fine. You can take your fight, the political bickering that is going on between BJP and Congress. But so many decades after independence, we still don't have one document. Aadhaar is not proof of citizenship. Your PAN card is not proof of citizenship. A driving license is not proof of citizenship. And a passport is not proof of citizenship. What then, in the year 2026, is a citizen supposed to hold to know that he or she is legally a citizen of India or not?
Well, I would say that the citizens of India know that they are citizens of India, and this is only to wean out illegal immigrants in India, and they are the ones, a small vote bank for the opposition parties who they rely on, and that is why this whole boogie is being created. Otherwise, an Indian citizen is having no problem in deciphering that he is an Indian citizen.
Okay, there is no confusion. All Indians know that they are Indians. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, you want to respond to that? Why is the opposition creating confusion, as the BJP spokesperson states?
Madhav, good evening. I don't understand, Madhav. Our spokesperson from BJP is telling that illegal migrants can get a passport. Do you know how tedious the passport process is? What all documents we need to submit in order to get a passport? Pretty much everything you need to prove your citizenship. If passport is not in citizenship document and if it is in status quo, why are you giving clarification right now? By giving a clarification, you are confusing the people, and there is actually no such document, single document which can prove the citizenship. Then government should come up with something like that. And this whole narrative of illegal migrants, what all states illegal migrants has?
Hold on. Which government was in power when the Passport Act 1967 was enacted? One second. Ashwini Mishra, which government was in power when the Passport Act 67 was enacted?
Madhav, I am telling if there's a status
tell us
quo
which government,
on the
which government was in power?
Issues of passport or citizenship.
Sir, which government was in power?
No. Madhav, why this government is issuing a statement and creating a confusion?
Because they are repeating the very same thing that's written in the 67 Act.
By giving such statements.
The government says we are doing nothing but repeating what is written in the 67 Act, which the Congress was very much in power.
You have to.
Is it any different from what's written in the 67 Act? Please tell us what's the difference.
Madhav, the whole narrative. No, allow me to finish. Allow me to finish my point, Madhav. The whole narrative here is that you create so much confusion with respect to documents. You achieved SIR, a deleted number of people's voting rights. Even passport is one of the documents. If you don't have a voter ID card, you can go and vote using passport. Now, you will create so much confusion around these legal documents that tomorrow you may do NRC, you may do any kind of citizenship.
What is the problem?
Citizenship right removal. You can actually remove the fundamental rights of citizens of country.
How are they removing fundamental rights? By saying that it's a travel document, they're taking away the fundamental rights.
The fundamental rights are given to citizens of India. Now you can prove that one particular individual is a not citizen of India by creating this whole narrative about the various documents.
Okay.
If you have say 5 different documents.
Okay, Susie Ben Shah, the whole idea is to disenfranchise Indians, to create confusion, and to not allow people to vote and exercise their fundamental rights. That's the argument of the Congress representative here, Mr. Ashwini Kumar Mishra.
Good evening to all, and to add to my dear friend what Ashwini said, that most of the Indians have no confusion in their mind whether they are Indians or not. It is only this bogey is created by the parties like AAP and Congress to support the people who have got passport by forged, false declaration, forged documents. Let us understand that. Passport is a very important document. Of course, it is a very important document. But the limited point here that it is not a conclusive proof of citizenship. Citizenship is determined by various documents like your birth certificate, your parents' citizenship, whether you are if by registration, then your document submitted by registration, naturalization. So it's a conducive, it is a combination of documents. Now, unnecessarily to create a hype about passport not being the only documents, or Aadhaar or PAN. I mean, Aadhaar card is not citizenship, but it's your identity that you are there, you're alive and kicking. Citizenship is a different ball game altogether. You come to Mumbai, you have so many people, so many Bangladeshi immigrants in Mira Road, Bhayandar, who have got citizenship and maybe passport by false documents. We have to weed them out. And the Congress party and we the people of India at large should ensure.
How are you able to get documents such as passport? One second. Susie Ben Shah, to get a passport, you need to give your age or identity proof. You have to give your address proof. Then the police comes and verifies all of that physically at your house. How then are people still managing to forge passports?
Certificate, mark sheet, Aadhaar card, some bunch of documents you have to submit to get a passport.
Here the limited point is that yes, most of the people must have got the passport with proper documents, authentic documents. Here the question is only of the dubious lot. of the people who got the passport by dubious means. So what is the harm? What is the harm, as the High Court and the Supreme Court rightly opines, that it is not the citizen proof of citizenship, and further investigation should be done. Where is the problem? If you have nothing to fear, nothing to hide, if you got the passport by submitting proper legal valid documents, you have nothing to fear.
Ashwini,
So
the problem is this, that
create
even
a
the
bogey,
exercise to
create
determine
confusion.
citizenship, which is the NRC, that is also something that opposition will have a problem with.
Let them have. They only have problems. They have no
One second,
solution.
that question is for Ashwini. Please let him answer that question.
Madhav, I want to ask Shiv Sena and BJP representative to give a list of documents that if you have these documents, you will be called the citizen of India. Is there a list, or is just a whole confusion itself is there? Because I'm sure in this way the list is never ending. Or you tell me right now on this live debate, you tell me right now if you have these 3 documents, you'll be considered citizen of India. You tell me.
No.
Give me the list of those documents.
Hold on. Madhav Das.
One by one, please. Yes.
बताइए ना कौन-कौन से documents चाहिए to be the citizen.
No. Hold on. Madhav Das at the very beginning of the program listed out that if you are between this age, this year to this year, what are the requirement? Now, what are the requirements? Under the Indian Citizenship Act, birth records, right? The records of your parents, parent citizenship records, citizenship certificate if obtained by naturalization or by registration, and the official records under the Indian Citizenship Act. Now, these documents
but then Susie Pensha, that becomes the question then. If your birth is the proof, the age and your date of birth as well as your place of birth is recorded in the passport, that then becomes the proof of one's citizenship if this matter has to go to the court.
Not only it is, if there is a doubt raised, you see here, what is the crux of the matter? If there is a doubt raised on your passport or on your citizenship, then the Honorable Court has opined that it is not a conclusive proof. It is not a conclusive proof. You can have to submit additional documents to prove your citizenship. Now, you, Madhav, Ashwini ji, my friend in AAP, are born here, they have a birth certificate and they comply. They have nothing to fear. Most of the Indians have nothing to fear if they have their passports.
Okay,
But
Devan, Indians have nothing to fear. If you have your passport or your other documents, there's nothing to fear.
All right. So, Madhav, if you are traveling abroad and you just have your passport and you are stuck abroad because of any reason whatsoever, your own country is telling you that it's not a valid document of citizenship. How do you expect the other countries to take you seriously?
But that's a rhetorical question, Ivan, because Germany, there are several European countries which don't accept it as a citizenship proof. There's a checkered track record. There are some countries like US, etc., which do consider it to be a proof of citizenship, but there are some countries who do not. But I have another question pertaining to this citizenship issue, and Jasmine, you must answer this. We have a situation where citizens of other countries are given an OCI card, an overseas citizen of India card. But our own citizens who are present in India, there is no one single document which proves that they are citizens. This is an irony.
Sir, I am actually the right person that you've asked because my son is a US citizen and so is my husband. He's an American citizen. So my son has an OCA card and the Indian government, I think, has come up with this exemplary advantage to children who were born in, who have one single parent who is an Indian citizen and they can travel to India on their own. But while on the other hand, the other countries are not being so conducive. So we should appreciate that the Indian government has facilitated people who are born in India or who have Indian who have properties in India or who have parents living in India and
that's very well. I am not opposed to the OCI card. It's just a simple observation that those who are overseas citizens of India, they have a record in the form of the card. However, those who are within India, perhaps 7 decades later, perhaps through the NRC or through some other means, there should be some kind of record so that the citizenship debate ends once and for all. But we'll have to leave it there. Jasmine Sandavalia, Advocate Susie Pensha, Ashwini Kumar Mishra and Ivan Sharma, thanks so much for joining us. The Enforcement Directorate has conducted raids on 14 premises across Bengaluru, Mysuru, Belagavi, where the agency has managed to recover proceeds of crime worth 13.3 crore rupees. This includes gold jewellery of 7.8 crores, cash worth 5.5 crores and foreign currency of 3.3 lakhs. The searches were conducted against excise officials Jagdish Nayak, KM Tamanna and YD Manjunath, along with their family members, business partners and associates. Let's quickly go across to Bhavtosh for more on this. Bhavtosh, some of those who have been raided include relatives of top politicians in Karnataka, we are told.
Yes, Madhav. In fact, YD Manjunath, who is linked to a Karnataka minister, he has been searched, and his premises, his family members and drivers' premises were also searched by the Enforcement Directorate. And in an official statement that Enforcement Directorate has just issued, they have said that around 5.5 crore rupees of cash and gold jewelry of around 7.8 crores and foreign currency worth at least 3.3 crores have been seized, which is nothing but proceeds of crime. What is Enforcement Directorate has said is that State Excise Department is running like an organized crime syndicate. They have further said that the State Excise Department is a bribe racket that is running there. Illegal gratification is being generated, and they have said that various liquor vends are paying a bribe to field officers. These field officers are in fact in direct touch with the senior officers, and these senior officers are taking bribes on a monthly basis. Now, these are very serious charges that have been leveled by the Enforcement Directorate. As you rightly said, these searches went on for nearly 24 hours, and after these searches, ED has officially issued a statement. What they have said is something very serious. They have said that field officers as well as senior excise department officers are also in fact directly or indirectly owning several liquor vends in Karnataka. We are waiting for an official statement from Karnataka government as well as officials who have been directly implicated.
All right, Bhavtosh, we'll have to leave it there for the moment. Thanks so much for joining us with that breaking story.